Hey everyone, I am here with the gratitude edition of the Super Simples, and this is number 8. This is the full tutorial. So if you want the quick one, then the link will be below. I've cut everything out, I've inked everything. There was one page I printed on cardstock. It is the page that has like lots of little kind of fold in half tags like this. And I did that just because they're going in and out of things, so I thought it would be better to keep them kind of stabilized a little more. I believe it's page 3, and I will link for sure down below. All right, so first of all, this is kind of focusing on lots of little slanted pockets, different directions. So let's go ahead and just start assembling them. You're gonna want the tops open on all of these, because they're pockets. So surprise, we're gonna want to put stuff in them. All right, so I'm just gonna start putting these down. You can mess around with the layer that you like on them because there's a lot of flexibility. You can even change up on the height of them if you want. Just have some fun with it. And I did get a request to show how my edge punch works. So I decided to just do that on one of these pockets just for a little kind of a quick extra tutorial. Let's go ahead and do it on, let's just do it right here on this back one. What I do is I put it toward, I eyeball it and do it start toward the center and then work my way either direction. So I just punch that. And then if you can see this, you keep everything lined up. It feels like that's full. It is. Here, let me empty that real quick before it explodes and makes a mess. All right. Then we're going to come and line that up with this second one. So the third one is still under that punch, but that should get me to the edge of that page. It's sticking. It doesn't usually stick. There we go. That's interesting. All right. And then some punches work better with cardstock, so it might just be a case of it likes cardstock better. And then I come and do it the other side of that. Oh, that one worked great. All right. And now because it's punched and I don't have my inking anymore, I do a quick ink over it and I kind of come down so it emphasizes that lace effect that you have for making those little holes. So anyway, very easy. And now that one's ready to go into the journal. So again, just those 3 sides. And you won't even see that bottom half of it, but that's okay. You'll have this fun little element that's different, that's peeking out and just fun. All right. Last one. And so if you like one of these better than the other, like the pattern, you can just decide. Most of this one actually will get covered. You'll see that in a minute because I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put a quick collage on there. So the reason I didn't do the pockets on cardstock this time is because I thought, you know, you're layering 4 of them. It should keep it pretty stable, and it really does. So it works out. All right, let's start with, I just have this light lace that I wanted to put in there, even though most of it's going to get covered up anyway, but I like to add a lace bit if I can. And then I have this little kind of like a flower bouquet fussy cut, and in the kit I have it outlined with like a cream. You don't have to follow that exactly, but it does make it so that when you're done, that page will have that little flower won't have a stark white background. Does that make sense? Hopefully that made sense. I'm trying to decide which way. Oh, okay. We're gonna do it this way. And we have this fun little number bit just to add some other texture to it. Yeah, that's fun. You can do it however you want. But that's gonna go here. And I just need to decide if or where I want this. I want it sticking up out of there just because that's fun. Yep. I like it there. And it's okay if this pocket gets glued down a little because you still have like this whole section here that opens up. So if you need to double check and free it up from glue, then go ahead. It will work just fine. All right, now we have a series of fun different tabs and little pullouts that are going to go in these pockets. So this is the one that's going to go back behind here. So when you glue this in your journal, you're going to glue down these 3 sides and you have this little pullout. You could switch it and do this side because it doesn't matter. So just keep that in mind. But this is folded in half, cut in, oh, I didn't ink that side. That's okay, I'll ink it later. So you could leave it open for extra journaling if you really want, but I wanted to fold it and glue it and give it that extra little bit of stability. And I don't want to add too much to it just because it's going to be tucked into that big main pocket. And then we have this tab. I thought, oh, I'll just put number 8 on it because it's super simple, number 8. I haven't done that on the others, but I thought maybe that would help me keep them straight because I can't seem to keep them all straight anymore. All right, and this will go here. And I want to pulled out just a hair just to really give you something to grab onto when you're pulling that out. And I don't want to cover up too much of the journaling space that I have left there. And this would also be a fun thing to put a little dangle on or a bulb pin with a little charm. I have this definition for blessed, and I kind of did that because the title of this one was Thankful and Blessed, so I thought that would be fun. Now this could be for a picture, this could be for journaling. You could put that right there smack dead in the center. You could do it here. I kind of like it here on the back. I think that's where I'm going to be putting mine. But just keep in mind there are lots of options. All right. So that will go right there. Let me show you. There we go. All right, I'll stick this over here to the side and we'll make a few more of these fun little tags. So I have just a bunch and I have different ways of doing the tabs up top because I think it's just fun to play around with that. So for this kit, that was kind of one of the learning things I wanted to emphasize, I guess. It was just the fun part of picking different ways to make your tabs on top of your little tags. So this one looks like a little ticket, and I just punched those out with a little hole punch. And I thought this one would be super fun because it kind of has that vibe. So I actually just want to staple this one on and kind of just go willy-nilly, helter-skelter. And you've got this fun little stapled kind of a juxtaposition to how soft and cute everything is. You've got kind of this funky, you know. All right, this is just a journaling card. It does not have a top, and that's just because you don't have to have a top on everything. And I think I'll put this over here because it kind of balances out in the two corners. But this is just for extra journaling, so it can go in our pocket. All right, now we have this other big one. And these ones are, if you do it the same way I did, these ones are on cardstock. So if you want to leave those open, for just more journaling inside or to put a picture, then feel free. Just whatever. Excuse me. All right, and this one is gonna come over here. This is gonna go in our bigger pocket. So I wanna leave this sticking out a ways, but I think it would be fun to put that off-centered because you don't have to have them always centered. So let's go ahead and put that over to the side. And there's journaling available on the back for that one as well. And we can put that probably in this cute little pocket here. All right, now we have another tiny journaling spot, but this one I did add that little tab too. And again, if you don't want to cover your flowers, and you could do it at the side or at the top, I'm going to put it over here on this edge. And that will just be a fun little extra place to journal. I have lots of journaling space in this junk journal, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. So I hope you like that too. All right, now let's see, this guy, it's just another journaling card, but I'm gonna go ahead and glue that closed. And I just have a couple of little fun bits like this that you can use for collage and layering. So I just thought this would be kind of fun to just have on the front right there. And then we have, I think it's fun to remember that even if you have like a narrow journaling card or a smaller journaling card, you can still use a really wide tab and it kind of gives a fun little impression. So that's what this one's kind of demonstrating. And that can go over here in this pocket. It doesn't have anything yet. And then we have this last little guy. And this is folded journaling card. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that because this one ended up being on the lighter weight paper. But I feel okay about that because it's going to get folded and a few extra layers added to it. So there's that. And then this is just a fun collage piece. You don't have to use it here, obviously. But I think it's pretty here with that. It emphasizes the tall skinniness of the tag, and I like that. So. And I have just this other style of ticket that I have folded in half. And I'm gonna put that right up here at the top. And then I have one of those extra little bits. This one says thanks, and I'm just gonna put it here for collage sake. Let's just do something like that. And now this is kind of a fun one. It's with this ticket, so I'm going to go ahead and punch right there in the center and go ahead and put in a little eyelet on this one because I think they make any piece look a little more authentic. And I could do some lace in there or some twine. I don't really know what I want to do, so I'll think that one over. But this will just come back here in this super tall, the tallest pocket, and it goes right in. So that turned out cute. Anyway, there we go. You just have this pull-out card and several slanted pockets with just various little bits that you can pull out. They have different kind of styles of toppers, just to give you some ideas for different ways of topping your tags. Anyway, really fast. This is one of the faster, easier ones, and very simple. But there's also a lot of room for switching things around. So don't be afraid to play with it and have some fun with it. Anyway, hope you loved it, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and we will talk to you later. Bye.